Hello, friends. Welcome back to the lunch table. I'm Big Teist, joined here by Dimaj, Trev, and Dilly. How you boys doing?
Beautiful.
Doing good.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm doing good as well. Glad to be here with you all, and glad to be here with you all. So thank you very much for joining us today. How y'all been doing? How's the weekend?
Pretty
Slow.
chill.
Yeah,
Really slow.
went slow for you, Dimaj?
Yeah, just wasn't a lot happening. Everybody was out of town. It's our spring break
Oh,
right
I feel
now. So everybody went
Ah.
home while my ass is still here. So
you. Well, luckily you had plenty to keep you distracted this weekend because we had some national championships in college basketball this past weekend.
Yeah.
We'll start with the women's because for the first time I think in my entire life I'm actually engaged with some women's
Intrigued.
basketball and intrigued by
We're
it.
intrigued.
No disrespect, but I mean this women's tournament was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of fun.
All the shit talking was fire. Fucking the girl from Louisville went viral for talking that. Haley Van Lith, she was talking mad shit to Texas, and then
Yeah.
obviously Caitlin Clark and
Shooter.
yeah, what's
Oof.
the girl's name
Angel
from
Reese.
LSU? Angel Reese. Yeah, they were going back and forth and shit. It was just fire to watch. I feel like it's good for college sports in general, just sports in general, to have the women popping off in college basketball. I would argue the women's Final Four might have been even like more intriguing to watch than the men's, just with all the lower seeds.
Definitely watched the women's Final Four more closely and intrigued than I did the men's. It was honestly the future of women's basketball is so enticing right now, just with all these different prospects right now. I think Caitlin Clark, amazing. Look, everybody's comparing her to the Steph Curry of the future for women's sports. And then there was a lot of talk of the player, the college player for women. And they were talking about how Caitlin Clark should have won the award. But I mean, honestly, Angel Reese had an amazing season too. Caitlin Clark carried the fuck out of her team. But I think Angel Reese had an amazing season too, and all respect to her too. So I feel like either one should have won the award. I think Caitlin Clark getting the first NCAA 40-point triple-double is insane.
Yeah. And then backing it up with another 40-point game.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's insane.
Yeah, she's a goon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then obviously in the men's, shout out to UConn. The only blue blood left found a way to win it.
Also a cool thing, Cousins won Natties, Angel Reese and the boy from UConn.
Oh shit, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
Wow.
That's fire. That UConn team is really good. I like that kid Hawkins. He got a wet ball on him.
Yeah, he is a shooter. And again, Aaron Jones' cousin.
Oh yeah.
He's a
hell
wet
yeah.
ball too.
But yeah, shout out to it was cool this year to see though a Final Four that was almost not any blue bloods and higher seeds and stuff. I'm sure ratings suffered a little bit compared to having a Duke versus Kentucky or Duke versus North Carolina Final Four matchup, but I thought it was fire. Florida Atlantic, especially the FAU San Diego State game was crazy.
Insane.
Down to the last second. I mean,
yeah.
But he had 14 seconds on the shot clock and just decided to go ISO ball on the baseline with him.
Dude,
that
FAU,
that was crazy.
I'm not
FAU
gonna lie.
had that game in the bag, dude. They fumbled it so hard.
I wish
they were
that
up by
was the
8.
Natty. If
They were
that
up by
was
8.
Natty,
Yeah.
yeah, up by 8, but that game through and through was so much better than the actual Natty itself.
Yeah, the Natty was kind of disappointing, but I mean, that's UConn just did what they had been doing, beating everybody by 10 to 15.
San Diego State's defense just didn't show up in the way that I had the whole tourney.
Yeah. And shout out to UConn's defense too, because San Diego State in that first half went on a 12-minute run without getting a field goal. I mean, that's crazy in a Natty, but
insane.
Yeah. I'd argue the bigger story from this Final Four though was I alluded to it a little bit in the intro there with the Hello Friends, the final sign off of Jim Nance. Shout out to the boy, the voice of March for our entire lives and an entire lifetime before our lives. I mean, definitely one of the GOATs. Will probably be in my top 5 commentators for the rest of my life. Personally, I've
No,
always
that's
fucked
valid.
heavy with Jim Nance.
Mhm.
Definitely pulled at the heartstrings a little bit when he was like,
Yes.
before I sign off, just thank you for being my friend.
Yep. Oh man.
You're welcome, Jim. Love you, Jim.
Oh, Jim.
But yeah, that was the college basketball
Yeah,
season.
dude.
And that was not the only main sporting event this weekend. We also had a little bit of WrestleMania wide. I don't know how heavily y'all be fucking with that pro wrestling, but I tuned in. I tuned into some WrestleMania.
Yeah, I feel like I don't watch it at all until WrestleMania.
I pretty much only watch the pay-per-views like
Yeah.
Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam.
Yeah,
That's all I really tune in for. You can get the cliff notes before
Right.
those things like that and be all caught up. But yeah, it was a big weekend. What else was there?
Speaking of fighting, though, I am so excited for this upcoming weekend. I think it's this weekend.
Yeah.
Adesanya versus Pereira. So
Ooh.
that shit's gonna go crazy. I think Adesanya finally pulls it out of his ass. I think he
I
finally.
don't think so.
No, I don't think.
I don't know. It is like the first fight
Yeah.
in like years that Adesanya has been like playing from ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the first time he's actually been playing from behind, like his whole career. So
Yeah.
we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's gonna be intriguing. I definitely, because it's been his kryptonite his whole career. I mean, when they were kickboxing, Pereira fucking was owning his ass. Now owns him in the UFC right now. I think Adesanya, that's the only person I would genuinely say like Adesanya is not scared of anybody, but like I don't know, he
That dude's scary,
Kinda.
dude.
scary. Motherfucking scary, bro. But
No, that Gilbert Burns Masvidal is gonna be fire.
yeah, that's gonna be a good one too. I think Masvidal is gonna burn out like he usually does, though.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the endurance for it, so
Jorge,
Jorge.
Jorge.
spelled like George with a J. Shoot. In some other news, anybody seen any movies lately? I know that John Wick 4 just hit the presses.
I
I
haven't
have
seen
not
like a
seen
movie in general in like
really?
a fat minute.
That's
Holy
true.
shit.
I've not been to the theaters. I think
Yeah,
since
I go.
COVID.
I go to the theater. I go to the theaters a lot, and I see about every movie new. I just the most recent one I saw was you have to give me a sec. Scream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw Scream in theaters. And that was the last one I saw, I believe.
The last one I saw was I need to see Creed 3. That's the one I really want to see.
Same.
That
I
one
haven't
was
seen that shit either.
fire, dude. That one was so good.
I need to see it. But the one I did see, and if I don't think I've ever said it on the podcast, I am a huge dinosaur fan. Probably the biggest one you'll ever meet. Watch 65, and
Was it good?
it was awful. It was
Really?
Oh,
it was like, I think somebody that doesn't really pay attention too much to dinosaurs would love it a lot more than I did. The storyline was it wasn't great, but it was interesting because like they transport from another planet and they go to Earth when the meteor's about to hit. So that whole like scenario of like we need to get out before the meteor hits was cool, but they did a lot of dinosaurs dirty. It was pissing me off. They had an oviraptor in a fucking cage system when they lived in a giant desert biome, so that was annoying.
Just the accuracy was off.
The accuracy was off. And then they had this fucking quadriceps dinosaur shit thingy. Like I deadass thought it was another T-Rex. And I was like, oh, cool, like a bigger T-Rex, because they just killed like 2. And that comes into the scene. I was like, oh, okay. Like this motherfucker looks scary. All of a sudden it does a chase scene and it's running on all 4s. I was like, okay, what the fuck is this?
Ain't no
I
Jurassic
was so
World.
pissed.
No, we
Ain't
need
no
a
Jurassic World, huh? D-Much?
we need like a play-by-play, like DiMaggio watching it, just breaking it
Yeah.
down.
You should see
A
me in
little
theater,
replay.
bro.
A little replay.
Like
on
everybody
every
was just like,
fucking
"Oh, that's sick," and I was
disappointing
sitting there, I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
scene.
I was like,
What's wrong
"No."
with this scene is
Just like you know how like they do like the like everything wrong with this movie or the everything right about this movie videos.
Yes.
I would have just done a play by play of everything.
Everything
wrong
was wrong.
Like
Everything
what's
was
that
wrong.
guy? Cinema Sins.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
exactly. I would have done a play by play. My face was just so annoyed when those scenes came on. I was just like, what the fuck is this? I was disgusted. But overall, the movie was kind of fun. It was a fun movie. But I don't know.
Just can't get over those biological inadequacies, huh?
Yeah, what the fuck was that, bro? Like, I was so pissed. Like looking back, like before I really like talked about dinosaurs, like the dinosaur movie. You guys ever see the dinosaur movie that Disney made?
Oh,
no, I know what you're talking about, but I haven't.
With the iguanodons.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't watch it. I know what you're talking about, though.
I love that movie growing up. And like growing up, I always thought the Carnotaurus was so badass because that's like the main villain. And it's huge in the movie. I was like, oh, dude, this dinosaur's sick. Now that I'm older, I figured out that Carnotaurus in real life is like literally half the size of what it is in the movie. And now I can't watch that movie without like slight cringe. Still badass in the movie, but just slight cringe of just like, damn.
I love Carnotaurus.
I love Carnotaurus.
As I say it, Carnotaurus?
Carnotaurus literally means flesh-eating bull.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit.
So
yeah,
like you.
So it's fun. I love that dinosaur. I'm actually I'm getting a leg sleeve eventually. Probably end of May, but I'm getting
So
all
we can now have some fucking forest.
getting a dinosaur skull sleeve with like a whole bunch of flowers and like different like foliage, and Carnotaurus is one of the skulls I have picked out.
Far.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Damn schools, that's gonna be heat.
Yeah, I have a Carnotaurus skull. It's not a real dinosaur, but Indominus Rex from the Jurassic World series is one of them. I'm doing one of the ceratopsian skulls, so I'm not doing Triceratops. I'll probably do like a Pachyrhinosaurus or Styracosaurus, one of the two. You guys probably don't know what the fuck I'm saying, but
not at all.
But when you see the sleeve, you're gonna be like,
interesting. Yeah, for sure. Hey, so when we pop off and shit, right? What's the first place we're going to?
I'm going to Italy.
Like,
I want to go
on tour.
I want to go to Italy. I'm sorry.
I want to go to the Italia, huh?
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Italy. You know how cool it'd be.
What are you thinking? Like Napoli? Maybe fucking maybe
Milan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of Italian cities, and all that's coming to my fucking head is like ricotta and like fucking like different Italian food.
They want the different cheeses. Little Parmigiano.
Little mozzarella.
You're gonna travel to Rigatoni? Some could call that culturally insensitive, but
hey, you got an Italian in this bitch, so it is.
I'll chalk it up to gross negligence.
Like if we're talking about in country though, like places like to go on tour, I feel like I definitely want to go to Chi-Town. Like definitely go to Chicago.
Oh yeah.
Tyson and I had a thing, and when we get big, one of these years, we're gonna rent a fucking van, like a party van, right? Just us 6. And we are going each week, we're gonna find the biggest high school game on the West Coast and do a tour of high school games and like do like a pre-game
like high school game day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, if I'm a collegiate coach at any point in the near future, or NFL associated coach, you know, we could always do a little tour, little podcast tour, you know.
Oh yeah, boy. That'll be fire too. We'll have a little segment like fucking like Coach D's fucking like points or like something like that, where we go to DiMaggio and he breaks down like the fucking offense and shit. Fucking get the coaches
insider scoop.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine like when we went to high school, if there was like some big like media company, like just for example, like Barstool. Imagine if it was announced that for like the biggest home game, like senior night for Cienega football, Barstool was going to come and do a whole pregame show. Like imagine how fucking lit the whole school would be. There'd be people like all pressed up against the fences, like reaching through, screaming. Like if we could do something like that, that would be the fucking dream, man.
That reminds me of like how we had the news out there for our homecoming. I think it was junior.
I do remember that.
Senior. And
Mhm.
like it was cool to be like interviewed and talk and like everything. But I feel like if it was like a podcast, like a big like name brand that did it, it would be so much more
It'd be
hype.
cooler. Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. It was
Because no
just
one's gonna pay attention to local news, they're gonna see like a podcast nationwide.
yeah, like I think it would just be like a lot more enticing and just I feel like that's such a good idea of just like going around and just fucking around with some student athletes, see what's popping at their high school.
You
Yeah,
got
or
like you
just
boys at the
like
desk, and it's like, all right, and now
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Teist in the student section, and it's just like me surrounded by a bunch of like
Yeah.
fans, and I'm like, I'm here with the student council president. We've got a record capacity here, like just fucking doing like
Can't even
hits
keep
like
the
that.
camera like straight and shaking.
Yeah.
And
That'd
That would be
absolutely
so
crazy.
sick.
But like not just that, like just like really anywhere we go, like Trev and I are going to the Cardinal Steelers game in Pittsburgh, and after that, we're gonna obviously be hitting downtown, so we can get absolutely shit faced and just fuck around with Steeler fans and shit, right? Or just anybody really, like
Be
those
careful in that
those
south side of
fucking
Pittsburgh, bro. That boy Aaron Donald.
street.
That boy
Yeah.
Aaron Donald had to save somebody's
Ooh.
life in the south side of Pittsburgh, bro.
yeah.
I'm telling you, it gets
We might stay
real
away
down
from
there.
that. We might stay away from that.
Dilly, have
South
you ever
side of
been to Soldier
Pittsburgh.
Field?
I have.
I was about to say, Cardinals are playing at Chicago this year. So
Oh, are they? Yeah, no, I've already been there.
no, definitely gonna have to go to
Orlando.
that Arlington Stadium though when it gets built. I'm really excited for that. I'm not excited that it's out of Chicago. But it's gonna
It's
be
how
nice.
it goes.
Like it's the same. Our CEO is the same guy that helped with Penn State's program, getting some of those things fixed up, but then also was a part of the Vikings program when they built that stadium. And that shit is insane. So
Hopefully he wasn't helping Penn State with anything before like 2010.
So are the
Yeah,
Bears?
he got
are the
there a
Bears,
little later. He just came from Penn State. Not
are the
came.
Bears
That's
building
bad.
like a whole new stadium?
Huh?
Are the Bears building a whole new stadium?
Yeah,
like-
we just started laying out the groundwork. I think we just purchased the land for the stadium. We're laying out like the groundwork and everything that's gonna like how it's gonna look and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy part is they're gonna actually do like a closed stadium. So it's not gonna be outside anymore, which is
Yeah.
If you're not
Tennessee's getting
like,
a new or no, Buffalo. Buffalo's getting a new stadium.
yeah,
too.
they are.
Have you seen the pictures of those, dude? The Buffalo Stadium's gonna be crazy looking.
Are they building a whole new stadium or are they like renovating?
Yeah.
No,
a whole new
That's
stadium.
what I thought.
Oh wow.
I
Because
thought
I
they
know
were
that the
re-
Bears were talking about just doing a renovation on Soldier.
Maybe.
they were going
Yeah,
to,
but they ended up buying a whole new thing.
it's really more about the location. Like it's not even like disrespect to Chicago, but they just don't like how it sits in Chicago and just like how the state of Chicago right now it's just not super safe.
It's because everybody is trying to replicate what the Patriots did when they built like Patriot Place, and you surround your stadium with a whole bunch of businesses and hotels and restaurants that you also own. So
Yeah.
anything that a fan does in the whole weekend of going to a Bears game is money in your pockets. That's why you can't like do that in downtown Chicago because there's simply no room left.
Yeah.
Like it's what the Niners did.
Yeah.
They demolished Candlestick and then they moved to like San Jose or wherever the fuck
Mhm.
Levi is because there's just more room out there. You can't make all that. You can't just pull room out of thin air in these big compact cities that have been getting big and compact like that for 50 plus years.
Even the Raiders moving to Vegas is the same way.
Yeah.
And the Yotes too, dude. The Coyotes are getting a whole new thing
Yeah,
downtown,
so-
right by the D-back stadium. But it's gonna be a mall. It's gonna be apartment complexes. It's gonna be a stadium. Like
Can I
they
drop a
have bought
hot
a
take?
whole thing.
Can I drop a hot take?
Yeah.
The Phoenix Coyotes existence is fucking retarded. They suck. They have no fans. They play in a shit arena in the middle of a fucking desert. The state of Wisconsin doesn't have a pro hockey team. What the fuck does Arizona have one for?
Yeah, no, the
That's
Coyotes,
true.
no.
Who
They
the
need to
fuck
go
grows
with
up playing ice hockey out in southern Arizona, bro? Like that's most hockey fans is people who grew up playing the sport.
That's
Yeah.
true.
No,
I mean,
that's a
fuck, there's
fact.
no frozen lake you can go play hockey on, hit fucking one. You can't get hit no one-timers off a frozen lake in Arizona, bro.
Some one-timers, top ends.
Maybe a little bit of field hockey, but yeah, no, I just every
Little
time I hear people
Zamboni.
talk about the Coyotes and them getting a new stadium, I just can't help but think, why? Who
Why?
cares?
I'm a Coyotes fan. Okay, Tice.
Sorry about it, Dilly, but I mean, they just
I
fixed.
don't really pay attention, Augie, but so I really could give a fuck less.
Sorry about it, but I don't understand
It makes sense, dude. It's crazy.
who invented the Coyotes and why are they still here?
Well, it's the fact that they also built like the Tucson Roadrunners. Also,
Yeah.
like they established that team. Like there's 2 hockey teams in the state of Arizona.
And yeah. Well, and they even have college ones too.
Yeah, the ASU
Like
hockey,
the Coyotes are playing in ASU Stadium because they don't
because
have
it's
one.
fucking nice.
Yeah.
That's why. It's
Yeah.
fucking gorgeous.
Yeah.
Makes no sense, but it's gorgeous.
Did y'all know that they used to have Super Bowls at Sun Devil Stadium?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that Steelers
Yeah.
Cowboys is at Sun Devil Stadium.
Oh, shut the
Indeed. In the 90s, I believe it was. And then the Fiesta Bowl was there every year too until they built the Cardinal Stadium. I just found that out recently though. I thought it was pretty interesting. I've never been to Sun Devil
Yeah.
Stadium.
It's
neither.
with the revamps too. It's a really nice stadium.
I know they
It
got the
just
fire
sucks
like
that-
mountain range in the background, which
Yeah.
looks cool.
Yeah,
up on
their
pictures.
stadium's built into a mountain. So like the whole thing, the shit's kind of sucks now though because the revamp kind of took away a lot of the accessibility. Those stairs are a bitch.
Yeah.
I hate those stairs. But the stadium overall is really nice. They did a really good job with the stadium. And the jumbo, the shit that pisses me off is they made the fucking jumbotron an inch bigger than U of A's just so that they could say they had an inch bigger of a jumbotron than U of A's.
God, jeez.
Like fuck them.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Congratulations, you got an inch.
Good job.
Good on you. How'd Herm Edwards
Yeah.
do?
Didn't help. Didn't help.
Oh shit. No, but stadiums. Because who just did like a big stadium the Dolphins. The Dolphins totally facelifted Hard Rock when it was like rumored, I think, for a while that they were just going to build a whole new stadium, but they didn't. They like renovated it and put that like half roof on it. And now, I mean, they've had fucking Super Bowls there since then. I know the Packers did a huge facelift on Lambeau in like 2002 or 2003 and like doubled the size of it and added a whole like concourse and everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm excited for though is the Commanders when they finally sell that goddamn team. There is going to be so much change, and I hope they change their name because I'm tired of the Commanders already.
Yeah,
that shit makes me sick. That Commanders is a fucking stupid name. I'm sorry.
I have a perfect name for the Commanders. Hear me out, right? The Redskins.
Now you're on something.
Tell me that's not fire, bro. Like, I could totally
it's
see
not socially acceptable anymore, man.
You're right. You're right.
But the thing that surprises me is that they changed the Redskins, but they still haven't changed the Chiefs. Like, if there's got to be something, like if you're gonna change one, you got to change the other, or if you're not, you got to keep both.
Well, I haven't even heard anybody raise any arms about the Florida State Seminoles.
Yeah, that one too.
You know, or like the Chicago Blackhawks.
Mm-hmm. They changed the Cleveland. It was the Cleveland Indians, but now it's the Cleveland Guardians. So
yeah, that's true. It's just so stupid, bro. It's like, what are we gonna decide to be upset about this time? Like,
there's a lot in the world right now that people are discussing.
Tell me about it, bro. I seen something that they're saying now that Friends was a problematic show. Like, people are literally going back through every episode of Friends and pulling out like timestamps of like this joke was offensive, or this was not like an okay thing to say. Like, it's Friends, bro. That's the most mild fucking show I've ever seen in my life. And you're going to say that that's not socially acceptable? I mean,
yeah.
It's a crazy world we live in.
It is a crazy world. Remember when I got canceled for my Caleb Williams rant?
How dare you talk about a man with fingernails painted? How dare you?
That was fun.
Some hidden undertones there.
Yeah. There's definitely some undertones in that.
No, there's not. I just don't want that fuck. It was a joke.
Too bad Bushy just doesn't even show up to this podcast anymore. I'd love to just push his buttons about SC and the Patriots. Oh, speaking of them Patriots, goodbye Mac Jones, bro. He's on the
deuces, Mac Jones. Goodbye,
baby.
Suck
Is
it,
it like, can we just all agree That draft class had so much hype, and the only two that look like currently right now that look promising are Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, that's
It's
pretty
like
fair.
Yeah,
Trey
I
Lance
agree
hasn't
with
done
you.
enough. Zach Wilson's a bust. Mac Jones is a
No, sir.
bust at this point if they want to get rid of him already. Davis Mills is the next guy in line, and he's not going to be a starter after this draft.
He's gonna be the next guy in line his whole career.
Yeah. He's gonna be Bridgewater.
AJ
I feel
McCarron.
like.
Davis Mills will be AJ McCarron.
Facts.
Yeah.
A very attainable and solid backup.
That will go to the XFL and do something.
Yeah. No, but speaking of Trey Lance, did you guys see that Shanahan came out and said that, like,
That's
as of right
competition.
now, the starter going into next season is Sam
Mhm.
Darnold? Like, if Purdy's
Really?
not ready, the starter will be Sam Darnold.
That
Does
shit
it not just
wow.
seem like they've totally given up on Trey Lance only after like
doesn't
one
make
injury that like was
sense.
just pure bad luck? What did you trade up for three for then? And I've seen stuff that they're like starting to poke around at the Aaron Rodgers situation. Like, what did you trade up third overall and give away 5 years into the future worth of picks for? If you're not going to start the guy, I mean, you're talking about if Purdy's ready to play. If Purdy is ready to play, he should be the fucking backup come week one. Like,
Yeah.
I
Like,
don't
Trey
get
Lance has not gotten a fair shot. He's
whatsoever.
he started 3 games technically.
One of them you can't even count though because it was in a goddamn monsoon hurricane. I mean,
Uh,
Bears on top. But
Mhm.
it is like it's just not fair at this point to say he's a bust. It's not even fair to say he has potential either, though. Like you just don't know what the fuck's going on with that situation.
yeah.
So,
I will say though, if I was like a team that needed a quarterback and the Niners don't want Trey Lance, I'd rather send the Niners like a second round pick than risk like a top 5 overall pick on one of these rookies.
yeah, give me Trey
You know?
Lance. Trey Lance coming out of his draft class is graded higher than every other quarterback besides Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
Mm.
So,
Sorry to-
I mean, fuck, if you don't get CJ or Bryce, call up the Niners and see if they want to give you Trey.
Oh yeah.
that would be crazy.
That would be
Sorry
cool.
to sorry to interrupt, boys. I gotta dip a little early. So
It's all right,
Right.
Dill.
Ty's the admin, so he'll keep it rolling, but
Bet.
I will catch
He
you
will catch
boys.
Interesting.
Deuces. All right. No, but train of thought somewhere else.
It's left the dock.
New topic. I'm really sunburned.
Very sunburned. We got some sun the other day.
We got
Tyler.
mad
Happened.
sun. Oh my god. We went to the U of A Oregon baseball game.
Oh,
That shit started at 1 PM, and I was just sitting in pure uncovered sunlight the whole game, bro.
Direct sunlight. The whole right side of my face and like my leg and my arm.
Right here. I think I still got a little bit of a sunglass line right there. Oh yeah. You can
Oh yeah, it's gleaming.
Yeah.
see my face is glowing. My whole body is glowing. You should see my knees. Ooh,
Oh,
God.
these
That
are
tan line above the knees is insane. But oh yeah, that sun is coming out. It's gonna be a hot weekend this weekend.
facts.
Ready for that
I'm not
summer
excited.
weather.
I'm not excited. I fucking hate summer because the back of my knees get really sweaty.
Oh, I feel that.
For that specific
Bitch.
reason.
I'll have like a
the-
droplet, like making a like stream down the back of my calf, bro. That like
Yes,
started in the pit of
bro.
my knee, bro. Like,
Fucking hate it because like the rest of my body gets hot and like natural spots,
Yeah.
pits get a little sweaty, maybe a little chest, a little back. No, my fucking knees. I
Back
hate
of the
my
knees.
knees because it gets my calves wet, and then all of a sudden it hits my socks, and all of a sudden I got these wet streaks on my socks, and I look like a fucking weirdo walking around with wet socks and wet knees. Like I can't keep doing this, man. I gotta move out
Wet
of state.
socks and wet knees.
I feel you. Take it from the big man of the group here. Summer weather is probably my mortal enemy, but
Yeah,
I'm a sucker for all the things that come with summer. I fuck with bodies of water, if you know what I'm
Big
saying.
lake guy.
Get me on a lake, get me on a river, get me in the ocean, get me in a swimming pool. I'm there for it.
that's valid.
Facts.
I'm
Oh,
an
speaking
aquatic
of-
beast.
Speaking of weight, Tice, congratulations to you, by the way, for losing a lot of weight. Really,
Yes, sir.
really love that for you. On the other end of the spectrum, I have gained a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I have not weighed this much since freshman year of college, senior year of high school. I am currently sitting at 235 and progressively getting heavier. I don't know what to do with this weight. I am getting stressed because all of it is going to my stomach.
Still jacked though?
Huh?
Yeah, you're still jacked.
I mean, hey,
jacked.
come on now. Stop playing with me.
Imaj is jacked.
Still
Nah,
be
man,
lifting them on
it's
you?
not the same. Huh?
Still be lifting on you?
Dude, I other day I hit 130s on the dumbbell bench press for 3 sets of 8, so that felt good.
Here we
That's some
go.
heavy shit right there.
Still can't squat for shit though. My knees tell me that I should just quit.
Yeah, I don't.
225 right now is fucking killing me.
I hate squatting.
I just hit some fucking. I hit 245 on the bench.
Fuck yeah.
today.
I see you.
So we're working it.
Hey, slowly but surely, man. Fucking weight training is one of the like biggest bitches in the world. If you aren't solely going in to look good and you actually like have goals with like the weight training, it's a bitch, bro. Like it fucking hurts. Like from high school to now, like high school, I felt so good. I was like, oh yeah, I'm limber. Like, I'm playing football. Now it's just like I feel old. Like an old man in the gym.
Knees hurt, shoulders hurt, elbows
Dude,
hurt.
everything. Those are the exact spots I was about to say. They fucking hurt, dude. I'll be on bench and my elbows, every rep pop. Every rep.
Thanks.
Like I went from being like 20 last year to 40 this year. Shit just switched so quickly. Oh my God, it's painful.
Fucking 21 going on 42.
Exactly. My knees are going on 63. I mean, shit.
Oh, I feel that, bro. I know I'm in for a world of hurt later in life. It's just them weak joints running the family. I'm buckling up for it. It's gonna be rough. Them knee replacements, bro. I could not imagine doing that shit. I remember having to help him with like all of his like rehab and shit. And god damn, that knee just gets so swelled up and tight and stiff. I cannot imagine having to go through that later in life.
Fuck that. I'm good off that, man.
Knee replacements.
No. Oh, I'm good. That's why I'm coaching instead of trying to play still. Fuck that.
Let me like just chop my legs off like at the thigh and get some of them like little shoes that you can just attach like right to your nubs and you stand like 3 feet tall. That's got to be so much easier.
Just waddling around real quick.
Yeah. I seen a guy on TikTok. He can attach his extendo legs and stand like normal height, or he can just put on them little like nub shoes and he's like 3 feet tall, just bebopping around.
Bebopping around.
Turns a corner, you just start freaking out thinking a leprechaun's chasing you.
Fuck yeah. No, but there goes that train of thought again. Leaving the station before I'm ready. Oh no, we were talking about the gym. Yeah, no. Yeah, I haven't maxed in a while because I just be doing like super lightweight and high reps,
Yeah.
I've just been rocking out with that, but I'm curious to get a little max in. I bet I could push like I think my highest I ever got on bench was 230. So
fuck yeah.
I'm thinking I could push like 235, 240 maybe.
Definitely think you could. I think everybody PRs right now are higher than like everybody's PRing while I'm just trying to get back to what the fuck I was doing. Like it sucks because like ever since the knee injury, I haven't like hit any of the weights that I used to. Like I barely can bench. Like I don't know what the fuck I can bench right now. Like I used to, the PR was 375, and I definitely am nowhere near that right. Like it fucking sucks. And I'm never ever in my life gonna be able to PR for squat again because my knees are shot. Like the fact that I squatted 500 and now like 225 is painful. Like I'm good. I'm straight off that.
You know who I saw at the gym though a couple weeks ago? Fucking Coach Fontana.
Holy shit!
That dude was just repping out like fucking 375 on the decline bench, bro.
Man's fucking huge. He's like 6'6".
Dude is a unit.
I remember going to fucking train in his backyard, and like that shit is just full of tires and hurdles. Like there's this like old like chain what the fuck you call it? You drag it. God damn it. Fucking whatever it's called. You gotta like pull it. dude, fucking, I hated it. I threw up every single time. I think the first time I ever went to Fontana's backyard, actually, everybody says do not eat. Eat light. If you do, you're gonna throw up. I was like, I don't throw up. Like I haven't thrown up in football for fucking years. I'm not. Fuck that. I'm eating what I usually eat. So this was when I was like heavy bulking, right? So I had 8 packets of oatmeal. I had my protein shake, and I had a banana with it. All of that. I was feeling good, feeling full, ready. Got there, started training. I was like, all right, feeling good. Started sweating, just real heavy sweat. You know that sweat when you're like, oh God, something's about to happen.
Yeah. Stomach gets heavy.
Stomach's getting heavy. Arms are weak, knees weak. It's fun. Fucking sitting there. I'm like, I gotta take a second. Go over. I'm sitting there. Everybody's looking at me, and I just heave, bro. Like literally, the neighbors were calling because they were worried somebody was dying. It was just straight out my system. The worst part wasn't even me throwing up. And it honestly wasn't even the background noise of everybody going, ew, what the fuck? It was afterwards, I finished, I started walking away. All you see is the other side of the backyard. The dogs start running. And they just messed it up. They loved it. Made me throw up more. It was awful.
A bit of oatmeal.
But dude, it was so chunky. So chunky. I never want to see that again. It was the worst time of my life.
Fontana will do that to you, bro. That dude pulls up to the gym with a fork and knife, just ready to eat weight.
Yeah. I mean, fuck. He's still running that NYPD, right? The New York Pizza Department.
I think so. I didn't even go up and talk to him when I saw him. I was too intimidated. I was like, holy fuck, this guy would throw me through a fucking brick wall if I interrupt his workout.
His football, not the football, the food at his place.
Yeah.
So good. So greasy. Just, you love it.
Awesome.
But dude, the shits I got when I got home afterwards were the worst I ever had. Fitos doesn't even compare to that, bro.
Dude,
it was
the pasta
awful.
we used to get. That was from him, yeah.
Yeah. But the pasta would if you got his wings or you got his pizza, dude, gas, bomb, delicious. You will be on the toilet for about an hour afterwards, though.
Oh, I bet.
It's really good until it's really not.
Yeah, no, how everybody makes jokes about Taco Bell of it's fire coming in, but it's also fire coming out.
Yeah.
Same shit with NYPD.
Same
Love
principle.
it, then I hate it.
Have you had Demanju? Have you had Dave's Hot Chicken yet?
No, I
Gotta hit that.
have it.
Dave's Hot is
Also-
busting.
Also, fire going in.
Yeah. That day,
Have that.
that first experience for me with Dave's Hot was one I'll never forget. Talk about full fucking gastric bypass coming out of me, dude.
Dude, Tyson sprawled out on the bed, fan on high.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was cold sweating, straight fucking
Gotta hit that.
through the damn shirt and everything. It was bad. It was bad, but sometimes that's what you got to do, you know?
Oh shit, I was lagging so hard.
I was about to say, your shit was lagging hard.
Yeah, I was hearing
But I was like, where am I? What universe is
So-
this? I was terrified. I was scared.
Just got sucked into the goddamn wormhole there for a second.
Yeah, for real. Actually, I was like, okay, you know what? This is a problem, and I don't like it. Oh, I forgot my chargers over here. That makes sense.
Maybe that's the universe's way of saying that this soda's about wrapped up. But
Yeah,
it was a casual sode.
just
It was
a
a fun
casual
soda.
soda, just shooting the shit.
we
was
should
fire,
definitely
though.
do more.
Yeah, I agree. Just fucking
I think with everybody on too. Speaking of time.
yes, sir. So
I'm
I can get on
hyped
Bushy's
for-
head.
So we're gonna wait
Yeah.
till Sly gets back for the mock.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so
A
like
mock
T-minus
draft.
week and a half.
Yeah. Should probably be right before the draft happens then.
Honestly, it's probably best case scenario, but
Works
Yeah.
out, yeah. Who knows what'll
Just in
happen
case
with
the
this
Panthers
Rodgers trade.
shop that first overall trade or pick.
Wait, what's up?
Said just in case the Panthers shop that first overall pick.
Oh, yeah, true. Also, the Titans looking to trade up into the top 3. We'll see.
yeah.
We'll see.
Imagine a Texans trade back.
That'd be interesting. It would be crazy, though, if the Titans got into the top 3, though, because that would be 3 of the top 4 picks in the same division. That could really shake things up. And then the only other team in that division who's not picking in the top 4 already has their quarterback. So yeah, should be very interesting. So
I to see it.
You hear that, friends? Stay tuned because we got a mock draft coming, and it's going to make some waves in the community.
2023 mock draft.
So yeah, any closing remarks here, boys?
Nope.
No, I'm exhausted. Today was long.
I feel that. I'm going to go indulge in some marijuana as soon as we get off of this. So,
as
Amen.
Yes, sir. All right, folks. Appreciate you tuning in. This is the lunch table. We will catch you next time.